9-point harness. Grandpa, get your ID. Shortly, because, ladies and gentlemen, it is showtime.
You're listening to the Dirt Racing Podcast.
Welcome into another edition of the Dirt Racing Podcast. We'll start with the results from last week's World of Outlaws races at Knoxville Raceway, starting with Friday night. On Friday, of course, the format is two groups of time trials. So we'll start with Group 1. Group 1 time trials. The 19 Casey Kane was quick time at a 15:176. Second was Brian Brown at 21 at a 15:188. Third, the 15 Donnie Schatz at a 15:431. Fourth, Ayrton Jetton at a 15:433. Fifth was Brad Sweet in the 49 at a 15:444. Sixth was Terry McCarl at a 15:527. Seventh was the 55 McKenna Hassey at 15:576. Eighth, the 83 Excellent and Jeffrey at 15:606. Ninth was the 20 Dirt Podcast Racing driver AJ Muller at a 15:611. 10th was Sam Haferteeth at a 15:626. 11th, the 19 of Brett Marks at a 15:645. 12th, the 7 Justin Henderson at a 15:668. 13th, James McFadden at a 15:06 in the 9. 14th, the 56N Davey Heskin at a 15:728. 15th, the 1A Jacob Allen at a 15:742. 16th, the 49 J Josh Schneiderman at a 15:760. 17th, 25 Scott Boguski at a 15:801. 18th was Sawyer Phillips at the 3P at 15:809. 19th was Carson McCarl at 15:826. And 20th, Riley Goodnow at 22 16:007. Then we went to Group 2 qualifying, where Logan Schuchart in the 1S was quick time at a 15:440. Second quick was the Madman Kerry Matson in the 14 at a 15:555. Third, the 2 David Gravel at a 15:577. Fourth was the 41 Carson Macedo at a 15:581. Fifth was Gio Selzy in 18 at 15:582. Sixth, the 2KS of Matt Jewell at a 15:664. Seventh, the 83 Aaron Reitzel at 15:726. Eighth was the 5 the Law Firm Perker Price Miller at a 15:731. Ninth was the 3Z Brock Zierfoss at a 15:879. 10th, the 2C Wayne Johnson at a 15:935. 11th was the 20G and Noah Gass at a 15:990. 12th was the 17 of Sheldon Honschild at 16:038. 13th, Chris Martin 44 at a 16:069. 14th, the 83A of Austin Miller at a 16:100. 15th, the 15M of Dirt Racing Podcast driver Bobby Meitzer at a 16:118. 16th, Craig Kinzer at a 16:153. 17th, the 7 Taz of Tasker Phillips at a 62:67. 18th, the 5X of Presley Truson at a 16:495. And 19th was Joe Simbro at a 16:690. There was 39 cars in action. Heat races. Your heat race winner was Donnie Schatz in Heat 1. Second, Brad Sweet. Third, Casey Kane. Fourth, Brent Marks, and fifth and final transfer Scott Bogiski. They're followed by 6, James McFadden, 7th, McKenna Hassey, 8, Jacob Allen, 9th, A.J. Muller did not start. Carson McCarl credited with 10th. Heat race number 2. Your winner was Brian Brown, second, Aaron Jonathan, third, Terry McCarl, fourth, Sam Haferteeth, fifth and final transfer Linton Jeffrey. They were followed by 6, Justin Henderson, 7th, Davey Heskin, 8th, Sawyer Phelps, 9th, Josh Steinerman, 10th, Riley Goodnow. Heat race number 3. Winner went to Logan Schuchart, second, David Gravel, third, Gio Selzy, fourth, Aaron Reitzel, fifth, Brock Searfoss, sixth, that was fifth and final transfer, 6th was Noah Gass, 7th, Chris Morton, 8th, Tasker Phillips, 9th, Bobby Miter, 10th, Joe Simbro. The fourth and final heat race looked like this. Your winner was Kerry Madsen, second, Carson Macedo, third, Parker Price Miller, fourth, Sheldon Hodgeld, and fifth final transfer, Craig Kinzer. 6th went to Matt Jewell, 7th, Wayne Johnson, 8th, Pridsley Trutzen, and 9th, Austin Miller. The dash. Winner was Kerry Madsen, second, Donnie Schatz, third, Carson Macedo, fourth, Brad Sweet, fifth, Logan Schuchart, 6th, Brian Brown, 7th, David Gravel, and 8th, Ayrton Jetton. The B main took 4 transfers. Your winner was Matt Jewell, second, McKenna Hassey, third, James McFadden, fourth and final transfer, Wayne Johnson. They were followed by 5th, Justin Henderson, 6th, Noah Gass, 7th, Davey Heskin, 8th, Jacob Allen, 9th, Sawyer Phillips, 10th, Tasker Phillips, 11th, Chris Martin, 12th, Josh Steinerman, 13th, A.J. Muller, 14th, Riley Goodnow, 15th, Bobby Miter, 16th, Presley Trutzen, 17th, Austin Miller, 18th, Joe Simbro, and credited with 19th was Carson McCarl, did not start. In the main event, your winner was Carson Macedo, second, Logan Schuchart, third, Kerry Madsen, fourth, Donnie Schatz, fifth, Gio Selzy, 6th, Brad Sweet, 7th, David Gravel, 8th, Brian Brown, 9th was Aaron Reitzel, 10th, Ayrton Jetton, 11th, Brent Marks, 12th, Sheldon Hodgeld, 13th, Craig Kinzer, 14th, Parker Price Miller, 15th, James McFadden, 16th, Sam Haferteeth, 17th, Casey Kane, 18th, Scott Bogiski, 19th, Brock Zierfrost, 20th, Terry McCarl, 21st, Matt Jewell, 22nd, London Jeffrey, 23rd, McKenna Hassey, 24th, Wayne Johnson. Matson led 1 through 21. Macedo led 22 through 25. Hard Charger McFadden. Also on the card was the Pro Series. They ran 2 heat races. The first one went like this. Devin Klein was your winner. Mike Mayberry second. Third, Jeff Wilkie. Fourth, Cam Martin. Fifth, Alexander Royer. 6th, Tyler Grindyke. 7th, Scotty Johnson. 8th, Ryan Nevital. And 9th to Devin Wignall. Heat 2, your winner was Tyler Barrick. 2nd, Brandon Warrington. 3rd, Matthew Seltzer. 4th, Joe Thorpe. 5th, Chase Young. 6th, Matt Allen. 7th, Eric Bridger. 8th, Jason Lynn Jones. And 9th, TJ Masick. The feature. Your winner was Devin Klein. 2nd, Matthew Seltzer. 3rd, Brandon Warrington. 4th, Tyler Grindyke. 5th, Mike Mayberry. 6th, Chase Young. 7th, Alexander Ware. 8th, Cam Martin. 9th, Jeff Wilkie. 10th, Matt Allen. 11th, Eric Bridger. 12th, Joel Thorpe. 13th, Tyler Barrick. 14th, Jason Jones. 15th, Jay Masick. 16th, Scotty Johnson. And then these cards did not start. Was credited with 17th, Ryan Nevertall. 18th, Devin Wignall. Klein led all the way 1 through 15. Hard Charger was Grindyke. And it was announced for the Nationals on Friday night last week that qualifying will be 2 cars at a time during the Nationals. Now let's go to Saturday night. And instead of the pros, we had the 360s. Same format for the Outlaws. And the same amount of cars. With 39 signing in. So Group 1 qualifying. Gio Selzy, the 18, was quick time at a 15.809. Second was the 14, the Madman Kerry Madsen at a 15.935. Third was the 2KS Matt Jewell at 16.131. Fourth was Carson Macedo at in the 41 at a 16.139. Fifth was the 19 of Brent Marks at a 16.148. 6th, David Gravel in the 2 at 16,171. 7th, AJ Moeller, the Dirt Racing Podcast driver, at 16,181. 8th, the 15, Donnie Schatz at 16,200. 9th, the 15, H. James Haferteeth at 16,207. 10th was Brian Brown as in the 21 at 16,218. 11th was 11K Craig Kinzer at a 16,224. 12th, the 49, Brad Sweet at 16,334. 13th, 49, J. Josh Schneiderman at a 16,485. 14th, the 24, T Mac Terry McCarl at a 16,502. 15th, the 25, Scott Bogiski at a 16,527. 16th, the 3 of Ayrton Jediton as 16,530. 17th, 7 Taz Tasker Phillips as 16,687. 18th, Joe Simbro at 17,138. 19th, the 93 or the 83A of Austin Miller at a 15,161. And no time was the 27 Carson McCarl in 20th. Group 2, your quick timer was the 1S of Logan Schuchart at a 16,021. Second was the law firm Parker Price Miller in 5 at a 16,296. Third, the 2C Wayne Johnson at a 16,480. Fourth, the 55 McKenna Hassey at a 16,528. Fifth, the 83 Aaron Reitzel at 16,530. Sixth, the 9 James McFadden at a 16,581. Seventh was a 3Z Brock Zierfoss at a 16,668. Eighth, the 1A Jacob Allen at a 16,786. Ninth, the 83X Lynn Jeffrey at a 16,814. 10th, the 17 Sheldon Honshill at a 16,832. 11th, 7 Justin Henderson at a 16,868. 12th, Chris Martin 44 at a 16,871. 13th, the 3P Sawyer Phillips at 16,903. 14th, 56N Davey Heskin at 16,937. 15th, the 9T Casey Kane as 17,026. 16th, 15M Bobby Mitchell, Dirt Racing Podcast driver at a 17,302. 17th, the 5X of Presley Truton at a 17,304. 18th, the 22 Riley Goodnow at a 17,393. And 19th was the 20th G Anoga Gas at a 17,744. Heat races. Heat race 1. Top 5, of course, they transferred to the feature. The winner was Gio Selzy. Second, Matt Jewell. Third, Brett Marks. Sam Haferteeth was 4th, and Craig Kinzer was the 5th to file transfer. They were followed by 6th, Scott Bogiski. 7th, AJ Moeller. 8th, Josh Steinerman. 9th, Tasker Phillips. And 10th to Austin Miller. Heat 2, your winner was Carson Macedo. Second, Kerry Matson. Third, Brian Brown. 4th, David Gravel. 5th and final transfer was Donnie Schatz. 6th was Brad Sweet. 7th, Ayrton Jediton. 8th, Joe Simbro. 9th, Terry McCarl. And credited with 10th, but did not start, was Carson McCarl. Heat 3, Logan Schuchart was your winner. Second, Aaron Reitzel. Third, Wayne Johnson. 4th, Brock Zierfoss. 5th, the final transfer, Justin Henderson. 6th, went to Lennon Jeffrey. 7th, Sawyer Phillips. 8th, Casey Kane. 9th, Presley Truton. And credited with 10th, but the did not start, was Noah Gass. 4th and final heat race looked like this. Your winner was Parker Price Miller. Second, Sheldon Honshill. Third, James McFadden. 4th, Davey Heskin. And 5th and final transfer, Chris Martin. Where McKenna Hassey was 6th. 7th, Riley Goodnow. 8th, Bobby Meitzer. And 9th, Jacob Allen. Dash. Carson Macedo was the winner. Second, Kerry Matson. Third, Aaron Reitzel. 4th, Gio Selzy. 5th, Sheldon Honshill. 6th, Parker Price Miller. 7th, Matt Jewell. 8th, to Logan Schuchart. B Main took the final 4 starters before the provisional was taken. Your winner was Scott Boguski, second Brad Sweet, third Ayrton Jedden, fourth and final transfer was Casey Kane. They were followed by fifth Linton Jeffrey, sixth Sawyer Phillips, seventh Tasker Phillips, eighth Josh Schneiderman, ninth J.J. Muller, 10th Kahazi, 11th Riley Goodnow, 12th Joe Simbro, 13th Presley Truton, 14th Austin Miller, 15th Bobby Meitzer. These cards did not start. 16th Terry McCarl, 17th Jacob Allen, 18th Noah Gass, and 19th Carson McCarl. In the feature, your winner was Carson Macedo. Second was Kerry Matson. Third, Sheldon Honchel. Fourth, Gio Selzy. Fifth, Logan Schuchart. Sixth, Aaron Reitzel. Seventh, Brett Marks. Eighth, James McFadden. Ninth, Parker Price Miller. 10th, Brian Brown. 11th, David Gravel. 12th, Donnie Schatz. 13th, Matt Joel. 14th, Craig Kinzer. 15th, Davey Haskins. 16th, Brad Sweet. 17th, Dwayne Johnson. 18th, Casey Kane. 19th, Ayrton Jetton. 20th, Justin Anderson. 21st, Chris Martin. 22nd, Sam Haferty. 23rd, Jacob Allen. 24th, Scott Boguski. And 25th, Brock Zierfoss. Lap leaders, Macedo won 1 through 5. Matson 6 through 24. And Macedo led 25. Hard Charger was shot. In the 360 division, qualifying was first up. Quick time was the 47X of Dylan Westbrook at a 17:191. Second quick was the Dynamat of Ryan Giles at a 17:460. Third was the 40 Clint Gardner at a 17:466. Fourth, the 11 Roger Crockett at a 17:490. Fifth, the 9M Ricky Montgomery at 17:501. Sixth, the 27 Carson McCarl at a 17:587. Seventh was the 70 Calvin Landis at a 17:631. Eighth, the 23K Rob Cooley at a 17:666. Ninth, the 4W Jamie Ball at 17:682. 10th, 22K Caleb Johnson at 17:728. 11th, the 2M Matt Morrill at an 18:006. 12th was the 35 Josh Higday at 18:009. 13th, the 24T Christopher Throm at its 18:011. 14th, Ryan Levitt, 22 at an 18:016. 15th, 22X Riley Goodnow at an 18:228. 16th, the 15th, Scott Boguski at 18:261. 17th, Alan Zoot, 33 at an 18:302. 18th, 14J Mike Johnson at its 18:381. John Anderson was 19th in the 1A at its 18:795, and 20th, the 24N Nathan Mills at a 19:341. Heat races. There were 2 of them. Your winner of the heat race 1 was Jamie Ball, second Dylan Westbrook, third Clint Gardner, fourth Matt Morrow, fifth Ricky Montgomery, sixth Calvin Landis, seventh Riley Goodnow, eighth John Anderson, ninth Christopher Throm. Credited with 10th. What did not start was Alan Zoot. Heat race 2 went to Josh Higday, second Caleb Johnson, third Carson McCarl, fourth Ryan Giles, fifth Roger Crockett, sixth Scott Boguski, seventh Rob Kubley, eighth Nathan Mills, ninth Ryan Levitt, 10th Mike Johnson. And in the feature, your winner was Dylan Westbrook, second Carson McCarl, third Ryan Giles, fourth Jamie Ball, fifth Clint Gardner, sixth Roger Crockett, seventh Josh Higday, eighth Caleb Johnson, ninth Scott Boguski, 10th Ricky Montgomery, 11th Nate Mills. Nathan Mills. 12th, Riley Goodnow. 13th, Matt Morrow. 14th, Christopher Thrum. 15th, John Anderson. 16th, Mike Johnson. 17th, Alan Zoo. 18th, Ryan Levitt. 19th, Kevin Landis. And credited with 20th with the did not start was Rob Kubley. Leaders. Giles led 1 through 6. McCarl's 7 through 17. And Westbrook 18. The hard charger was Mills. And a quick reminder, another doubleheader weekend. But Saturday night, hot laps start at 5:45.
Hi, I'm Lacey from the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum. Want to learn how to help us out? Well, you can go to winaz51corvette.com and make a donation of $25 or more, and you can help us out. And you could have a chance to win a 2021 Z51 Corvette. And that's not just any Corvette. It is an Elkhart Lake Blue Metallic. It's a beautiful, beautiful car, brand new, and it could be yours just by making a $25 donation or more. Again, that website is winaz51corvette.com. The drawing is August 14th, Saturday night of the Knoxville Nationals. And you could be getting a call from one of us here at the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum telling you just won a brand new Z51 Metallic Lake Blue Corvette. That address again is winaz51corvette.com.
Welcome to the show. This is Logan Schuchart. How's it going, Logan?
It's good. Hanging out in Knoxville. It's always good.
For this weekend's Outlaw show.
Yeah, man.
How's the season going?
It's good. Up and down. We struggle a little bit at times, but I think it's pretty good. Some strong points. We have a couple wins, but we're hoping to get better. We're at a track that we really like here in Knoxville, so a little tune-up for the Nationals, and I think we're going to get that in this year. So hopefully we're going to have some good runs, give us some good notes for when we come back.
And then try to win like Bobby did back in the 90s.
Yeah, that's what we want to do. Some big money on the line. We want to be able to run up front in the big race. We were good here 2 years ago, the last time they had the Nationals, and actually good last August when they had the whatever they called it. But we like Knoxville, and we're looking to come back and run good for the Nationals.
And then back when you guys first started, I've seen so much big improvement when you guys first got on the road.
Yeah, well, you always want the more experience you get. Hopefully you're learning something, and that's just what you want to do. I mean, there's guys that have been out here for 20 years, and I think they're still learning things. So you just want to try and you want the driver to kind of race the car hard, but hopefully you learn a lot as a driver, and you learn more as a mechanic, crew chief, can try to keep up. As years go on, guys learn new things, and cars get faster and guys get smarter, so you hope that you can keep up, and we can keep this car up front.
Yeah. Tell us some of your sponsors.
Dryden Performance Products. We got C&D Rigging, NGK Spark Plugs, and that's a lot of the guys that make the car go fast. So a lot of people to thank, and it's always great to get the opportunity and sit in the seat every time we do.
And then have you raced anywhere else besides the Outlaws?
We ran a little bit at the beginning of the year with the All-Stars. We got a win with them in Volusia. But we've moved around a little bit. But since the Outlaw season's kind of started, we've been mainly just racing with them.
How did you like Bristol?
Bristol's kind of fast. There's a few things I think they need to do different if we go back again. I think it's, it's not my favorite event of the year. I think it's pretty fast. It's kind of hard to pass, and but hopefully we go back next year, get the crowd into it just like they did this year, and pay some more money, and who knows.
And then speaking of track records, the one got broken here in a long time, and then a couple others last year. Can't believe how we're going in the 14-second bracket.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to be doing that this weekend. The racetrack's got to be just right to let the engines run good and cars run around the racetrack like that. So, but yeah, I don't think we're doing that. It's pretty hot out here, so we'll see what we get this weekend.
Then let me go talk to Thanks for your time.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, now we're going to speak to a legend, Bobby. What's going on, Bobby?
Not too much, just sitting here.
You like being on the road?
Do I like being on the road?
Yeah.
That's why I'm out here. Yeah, I do like it.
And you get a race with your son and grandson.
Yeah, that's what's fun about that. To be able to race with them and go out on the road and be able to do it. It's kind of like, I call it like gambling, beating the odds, and somehow we're making it. And we're lucky. We do have a few sponsors that lets us get stuff. That's shortcut to them because it let us build better motors and better stuff and have better things than always trying to run off of what you won. Now the sponsors helps us, get the parts to build the better motors.
Can we go back to 1990, your biggest win here during the Nationals where the crowd went nuts?
Well, I guess we can go back if I can remember. What would you like to know?
Just how you felt, right?
Well, I always ran the bottom. It was a racetrack. When I came there that night, I looked at the racetrack and I said, well, hell, they built the racetrack for me there. There was 2 or 3 other times I felt like I had a chance to win, but I broke. But to me, it was just another race. But then later on, it felt like, the way people treat it and act about it, then I'm sure glad I won it because it has a lot of prestige or notoriety or whatever you want to call it. But we're lucky. We got not only like you mentioned, Dryden and C&D Riggins and K&K spark plugs. We have Steve Smith's titanium brakes and parts, and we got Kane shocks. They've been a big help to us. We're lucky. Triple X, Mark Pell, Tire Place. We're lucky to have a lot of sponsors that come along, and it makes it easier for us to, like I say, to get stuff for the motors and the cars and tires, etc. that it takes. So that's why you've seen a big improvement, I feel. Not that it takes a lot of learning, but it sure comes in when you've got good stuff all the time.
Yeah, and then do you have any Steve Smith stories that recently passed?
Well, Steve Smith, he came up here with me. Richard Lupo first came up with me, and then he said his kid Steve's good kid wanted to race, and he'd go to races in Florida. So he wanted to race, so he came back up. He came back up with us. Well, he was helping us work on a race car. He had never raced before. And this guy McMillan at that time he couldn't run a sprint car at Lincoln, like a modified type car, and he had me go run his car at Selinsgrove. And I told Steve, because he wanted to race, I said Richard might have had a ride then, I don't know, but I told Steve, you can take this car to Lincoln and just run around there, get used to it, and whatever, because every car made the show back then. Well, when I came back from Selinsgrove that night, because it's a couple hours up there, hour and a half, when I got back, Steve says, I got something to tell you. Well, naturally, you knew what it was going to be. He said, well, you did crash my race car. And he said, yep. I said, well, I got something to tell you. You're not going to bed tonight because they're running Hagerstown the next day. So we're going to stay up all night. We're going to fix the car, and then we're going there. Well, anyway, we did that. And I actually either ran first or second the next day with the car because I won a lot of races at Hagerstown then. And then Steve, he had another guy help him, and he was more perfection. And then he finally we helped build him a car. He built a car because I built a car that was winning all the races at Lincoln. Then we built Steve one. And then I'd go to the racetrack, set it up like that, and then he learned from there. I can't think of the guy's name. He helped me. He showed Steve how to be. Steve was more perfection than me. But stuff could be dirty, but they cleaned everything. Steve did a real good job of always really good with setups and working it out. And he won a lot of races. And he was really a good guy. And but that's what I've seen. He ran Lincoln, he ran around home a lot. He did travel a little bit, but he liked being at home and he liked racing there and he liked winning. He did a good job. He was a real when he played a pinball machine, he'd run the odds up to 1,000-1. Me, I'd run it up to 10-1 to play, but he'd run it to 1,000-1 and he'd won. He was a good pool shooter, and he was a guy to himself, but he liked to win and he tried hard.
And then you ran the Masters Classic one time here?
I think, I don't know which race that is, but I probably ran it.
Like 98 when you got inducted, I think.
Okay. What was that?
The 360 race here?
Oh, I never ran a 360 race here.
Then when was the last time you actually ran here?
I'm just guessing. The last year I raced at all was 1997. And so I would say it'd been 97. Because I know I won the race at Sharon, and then I went home to build the go-kart track. And then after that, I let Joey and them, I sold everything I had except for one car and one motor, and I let them go to Lincoln, and they crashed and tore up the car. So then the go-kart track really wasn't done, and it never made no money. So then that was kind of like the last race I ran.
Well, we appreciate your time today.
All right, well, thank you.
It was nice catching up with Logan Schuchart and Bobby Allen. we thanked them for their interview, and now it's time to look at our other tracks this past week. Starting on Wednesday night, of course, the Southern Iowa Speedway. In the non-wing sprint cars, your winner was the 12X Doug Sylvester. Second was 25 Kelly Graham. Third to the 717 of Garrett Alexander. Fourth to 71 Robert Bell. Fifth the 7X Lance Silvers. And sixth the 93X of AJ Johnson. In Sport Compacts, your winner was the 15 Clayton Webster. Second, 52 Billy Kane. Third was Louis Winkleman. Fourth was the 41 Nathan Moody. Fifth, Tyler Herring in the five. Sixth, the 2H James Herring. Seventh, 22D Dalton Sowers. Eighth, the 18A Kyle Random. Ninth was 29 Kevin Garrett. 10th, the 7 Brandon Pickney. The 888 Brandon Kramer. And 12th went to the 00 Steph Minders. In the hobby stocks, your winner was 73 Aaron Martin. Second, the 01F of Trevor Tanner. Third, the 1R Rick Van Dusseldorf. Fourth, the 10D Justin Griffith. Cody Clayhorn came home fifth in the 77D. And sixth was the 35 of Blake Henry. Seventh, the 3X Travis Burnell. Eighth, the 54 of Jesse Williams. Sixth, the 67J Jaden Stevens. Fifth was the 55X Rick Goldsberry. Was 10th. 11th, T4 Tyler Graves. 12th, the 24K Jimmy Kent. 13th, the 71X of Casey Keller. 14th was the 4P of Peyton Stevens. 15th, 44R Robbie Wilson. 16th, 77 Keaton Gordon. And 17th to 55 of Brad Stevens. It's Sport Mods. Your winner was the 53 of Logan Herbie Anderson. Second was the 30 M of McGuire DeYoung. Third was the 34Z of Corey Van Zandt. Fourth, the 7 of Blaine Webster. Fifth, the 5 Matt Beal. Sixth, the B12 Curtis Barnes. Seventh, the 55 or the old 15K of Kyle Harwood. And eighth, the 01 Braden Carter. And then stock car, your winner was the 14 Derek Agee. Second, 95J Jason Hall. Third, the 34 Pat Rachels. Fourth, the 10G Justin Griffiths. Fifth, the 19 of Donnie Pearson. 699 of Kyle Boyd. Seventh, 85 Jason McDaniel. Eighth, the 409 of Howard Gordon. Austin Minders in 8 was 9th. 10th, Clinton Golf in 96. 1172 Ryan Hemenberger. Chad Keller in the 71K was 12th. John Watts the 2 was 13th. 14th the 33 Chernwet. And 15th the 71A Jason Alexander. Those are the results from the Southern Iowa Speedway. Now we go to the Marshalltown Speedway, where they raced last Friday night. We'll start with the Mod Lights. Your winner was the 48G of Austin Gray. Second, the 95 of Mike Kennedy. Ben George, the 4G, was third. Fourth, the 23K of Caden Cochran. Fifth, the 33B of Rodney Brown. Thomas Mesmer in 27 was in seventh. Seventh, the 5 of Mike Hagan. Blake Brown in 21X was 8th and did not start 9th. 99 of Josh May. In the hobby stocks, your winner was the 1 of Caden Reynolds. Second, the 11B is Solomon Bennett. Gary France was third in the 4X. Luke Sluter was fourth at 35. Fifth, the 37G of Jeremiah Anders. Darren Duarte was sixth and 47th. The seventh was the 20W Matt Wall. Eighth, the 11K of William Kosterman. Kevin LeBeau in 43 was in ninth. 10th, Ben Newhouse in 17X. 11th was the 15D of Dan Brady. Jake Nelson in 29 was 12th and credited with 13th and did not start Andy Pack. In the sport mods, your winner was Taylor Kroll. In the second, the 99 or the 69 junior Jonathan Lowe. Third, the 11 Isaac Malico. Fourth, Austin Stroggy in the 14X. Travis Peterson was fifth at 25. The T23 of Tolling Olson was sixth. Seventh, the K3 Kyle Olson. Eighth, Kevin Yerington in 25K. Ninth was the 26J JC Witt. Garrett Nelson was 10th in 95. 11th, the 93N of Colton Nelson. Nick Runnin was 20 in the 28 was 12th. Ryan King in 17 or in 57R was 13th. 14th was the 16 of Kalen Lopez. 15th, the 193 of Jeremiah Taylor. 16th was 75D Dale Kite. Braden Carter in the 01 was 17th. 18th, the 4 Chance Titus. Joe Lucci was 19th in the 33J. The 0K of Brandon Kai was 20th. 21st, 15 Bo Jenkins. Credited with 22nd, did not start with Tyler Titus in the 4T. And credited with 23rd and did not start Brian Schroggy. In the stock cars, your winner was 94 Steve Meyer. Second was Jeff Mueller in 77M. Third was Jared Daggett in 22D. Fourth, Austin Brizek in the 14B. Fifth was the 5A of Tyler Pickett. Sixth, the 42R of William Russell. Seventh, the 7SR Tim Murdy. Eighth was the 3W Jeffrey Wallum. Ninth was the 5 Junior Jamie Ritter. 10th, Kylie Rollins in 37. 11th, Anthony Hofberger in 13. 12th, the 24-hour Todd Reitzel. 13th, 1C Austin Kaplan. 14th, the 2K Kyle Everts. 15th, the 99 Damon Murdy. 16th, 42 Doug Russell. 17th, the 2 David Archer. 18th, Jeff Byers in the 16. 19th, the 121 of Kenzie Ritter. 20th, the 4 Scott Rice. 21st, the 14 of Mike House. 22nd, 99X Dalton Murray. 23rd, the 195 of Michael Sheen. And 24th, the 1 of Will Sheen. In the late models, your winner was the 30 Todd Cooney. Second, 32 Curtis Glover. Third, 15X Ryan Griffiths. Fourth, the 99D, the Ironman Daryl DeFrance. Fifth, the 9 Bobby Hansen. Sixth, the 301 is Sean Cooney. Seventh was 66 Todd Johnson. And eighth, 7 Jenna Johnson. Modifieds. Your winner was the 82 Jake McBurney. Second, Tom Berry in the 11X. Third was 26J and Joel Russ. Dylan Thurton in the 38T was fourth. Fifth was the 3W Garrett Wilson. Sixth, the 80J of Jared Van Dees. Seventh was the 10K of Uncle Ron Lawrenson. Eighth, the 5G Gat Latrim. Ninth, the 41 of Thor Anderson. 10th, the 2Z of Zach Rollins. Chase Randolph in the AR was in 11th. 12th, the 42X of Ronnie, or the 42 RH Ronnie Holtz in 12th. Jason Morehouse was 13th in the 5. 14th was the 40RC of Ron Clement. 15th, Andrew Kinzer in the 12. 16th, the 01 Ed Thomas. 17th, Brett Ramsey in the 12X. 18th, the 66, Tyler D. Brucci. And then Anthony Hoffmeyer did not start, credited with 19th in the 13. Over at CJ Speedway, your winner in the hobby stocks was the 09 Daniel Walters. Second, Jared Miller in the 17M. Third, the 73 Aaron Martin. Fourth, the 1R, Rick Van Dusseldorf. Fifth, Randy Lamar in the 4X. Sixth, Jaded Stevens in 67J. Cody Staley was seventh in 55. 52, Billy Stanford was eighth. Ninth, Luke Phillips at 33. 10th, 23 as Scott Dickey, or Seth Dickey, excuse me, and credited with 11th. It did not start Dan Kessler in 00. In the modifieds, your winner was Brandon Banks in 22. Second, Jared Brown in 88. Third, Derek Stewart in the 40. Dakota Simmons, in 43, excuse me, on Derek Stewart. Fourth, Dakota Simmons in the 45th. Dalton Simonson in 60. Sixth, Dan Brockert in 30. Derek Walker, 25, was 7th. 8th, Brian Bushlong in 85. The IB 25 in 9th was Shane Richardson. 10th, John Fellman in 20. Kyle Madden in the 32 was 11th. 12th, Josh Geigel in 38. 13th, Barry Dugan in the 21B. It did not start. Dave Raff was be credited with 14th in the 3W. In the stock car or sport mods, your winner was the 53 of Logan Herbie Anderson. Second, Trey Rock in the 7T. Third, Colton Lizzie in 29. Fourth, the 17C is Shane Paris. Fifth, the 17L Levi Lehman. Tyler Heckert in 42 was 6th. Scott Brow in 26 was 7th. Troy Philpott was 8th in the 11B. 9th, Todd Hansen in the 9H. Mike Clausen 51C was 10th. Brandon Schulteis in 29B was 11th. Travis Thibodeau in 13. The car 13 was 12th. Justin Schroeder 71J was in 13th. 14th, James Rose in 86R. Kyle Sturts in 27 was 15th. Joel Payne was 16 in the car 16 was in 16th. Matthew Lundry In 96 was 17th. 18th, Michael Bayer in the 15. Shane Wright was 19th in the 9. Jeff Durst was credited with 20th as it did not start in 57. Sport Compacts. Your winner was Logan Clausen in car 10. Second, Shane Barnes 26X. Third, the 89 of Christian Grady. William Michael, the 69JX, was fourth. Fifth was Bob Hayes in 0. Dylan Walsh in 66 was sixth. Cody Staling 55 was seventh. Eighth, Dakota Heath in 27J. And ninth, Jason Staley in the 555. Stock cars. Adam Bell was your winner. Second, Shane Richardson, Adam Bell in the 23B was first. Second, the 257 to Shane Richardson. Third, Sean O'Brien in 83. Fourth, Kurt Kelsey in 21M. Fifth, Kenny O'Donnell in the 56. Sixth, the 32 with Tom Cannon. Jordan Greveline in 15J. G was in 7th. 8th, Mac Pickney in 27. 9th was the 75 ounce of Austin Kepper, credited with 10th and it did not start. 99 Scott Jordan, and 11th and did not start was Rob Stats. Over at 34 Raceway on your mod winner was first the 71 to Des Levine. Austin Howes, the 17A, was second. Third, Bill Roberts in a 5R. Fourth, Creston Williams in the 43 was fourth. Fifth, Shane Richardson, the IB 25. Sixth, the 32 XP of Kyle Madden. The 3S of Adam Shulman was seventh. Chad Gilbertson in the 409 was eighth. Ninth was the 71W Jeff Wireman. 10th, Daniel Fellows in the 11. At 66 was 11th with Tyler Smith. Sport Mods. Your winner was Dylan Van Wyck in 117. The 112 of Adam Breck was second. Sean Wyatt, 12S. Keaton Gillard, Kyler Gillard in the 00X was fourth. Fifth, Rob Kibbe in 89. Sixth, Derek Charant in the 11M. Tom Lathrop in the 8T was in 7th. 8th, Bob Kelman in 14. Jaden Fuller in 26J was 9th. Barry Tapp was 10th in 57. Jade Smirno Morrow with 24J was 11th and 12th. Matt Tucker in 00. Stock cars, your winner Chris Weeble in the 52. Second, Brandon Seltzer in 77X. John Oliver was third in the 05. Fourth, 3G Jason Cook. Fifth, Chad Krogmeyer in 12. Shane Richardson, 257, was 6. Tom Cannon was 7th at 32. 8th, Mark Bowman in the 3B. And the 2, Darren Hammond was 9th. Mini haulers. Your winner was Tucker Richardson in 28. Tim Wagner was second in the 95. Brian Tips was third in the 20. Fourth, Matt Barton in 22. Luke Carlson was fifth in 42. Ryan White in the 7 was 6. Jared Rubel in 82 junior. It was 7th. 8. Sheldon Brockert in 74. 9th, 51. Jack Brogue. 10th. Ryan Barton in 21. The Sport Compacts. Your winner, the 3J at Jason Ash. Second, Larry Miller at 24M. Robert Stearns was third in the 3R. 11P at David Pym was fourth. Joel Simpson in 43J was fifth. Sixth, Tim Scarenhouse at 63. 8K Noel Kaiser was 7th. 8th, Bobby Douglas in 91. William Tully was 17 was 9th. Wayne Noble in 96 was in 10th. Caleb Geis in 20 was 11th. 12th, Kyle Hamilton, 77K. The 44, William Cumby, was 13th. Chadrick Pullen in the 10C was 14th. 15th, Ashton Blaine in the 24A. And 16th, Jared Huell in the 7H. And their late models. Matt Ryan in 07 was your winner. Second, the 93, Jay Johnson. Third was Mark Bortorth in the 15R. Fourth was Dylan Griffin in the 20. Matt Stressheim in the 7B was fifth. Ray Raker in the 05. Brandon Rosine in 33 was 7th. And Dennis Woodworth in the 45 DW was an 8th. Races for this weekend. First, Friday night, Knoxville Raceway will be double profits for the SRX and make in a full pro program and in the 360s plus makeup features for the two classes from 515. Also on the Saturday night will be the SRX race and 410s on the card. Time for hot laps is 5:45 on Saturday. Over at the CJ Speedway, their normal classes on Friday night of hobby stocks, modifieds, sport mods, sport compacts, and stock cars. This week at Marshalltown on the schedule, it is mod lights, hobby stock, sport mods, stock cars, and modifieds. And at 34 Raceway on Saturday night, even though they're racing tonight with the Wolvellas and 305s, will be 305s in action, modified sport mods, stock cars, mini hauler, and sport compacts. That's the look ahead of this week. We appreciate you listening to the Dirt Racing Podcast, and we'll catch you next time.
Thank you for listening to the Dirt Racing Podcast with Marshall Hain. Follow us on Twitter at Dirt_Podcast or on Facebook at the Dirt Racing Podcast.